Hey guys, today we're going to be comparing all of the different features on these air purifiers. Over here on my far left, your right, we have the Levoit Core 300P, we have the Aroeve, we have the Levoit Core Mini P, the Tolife air purifier, the Mooka, and lastly the Afloia. These are all fairly similar air purifiers and they're fairly close to the same size, but there definitely are some different features that we need to talk about so that we can figure out which one is going to be the most helpful for your scenario. So up first, we're going to be looking at the Levoit Core 300P. This is a very large air purifier. I love the size, and it also can be fairly loud. It's one of the loudest of the bunch, coming in at about a max of 80 decibels according to my tools. Also, some important features: this can clean up to a room at 1,095 square feet, which, by the way, out of the 6 is going to be the most. So up here on the top, we have a power button and then all of our settings. So let's go ahead and go through some of these. So once you guys power it on, you guys have a separate button for the fan. So that is the lowest speed. We have the medium and then the high speed. The high speed is actually fairly noisy, which I like, but if you guys need a quiet house, you guys could put it down to 1 and you guys won't even hear it. There is a sleep mode, which will turn off the lights on the top and kick it down to a very slow speed. Then we have a timer ranging from 2, 4, 6, and 8 hour timers. Then we have the light button to remove the light. We have the change filter icon right there, which turns on every few months, I believe. And then a child lock to make sure that kids aren't changing any of your settings. Other than that, the filter is located on the bottom, and I've personally have been using this air purifier for a little over a year now, and we've been really happy with it. Next up, we have the Aroeve air purifier. This one could clean up to 287 square feet. This has a bunch of the same features, but this one's just a smaller design. So when I power it up, we have the medium mode is what it goes straight to, and it's not too loud. If you press it again, we'll get up to the max mode, and it does make a decent amount of noise at max. If I press it one more time, it goes into the sleep mode. Now let's keep it moving. We have a bunch of lights on this one, and you guys could turn them all on or all off, or just one of them on. And right now I do have a red light up on the top because it wants me to change the filter. Something that's really cool about this one though is that we have a tab here for essential oils. So you guys could put your oils right in there and it will diffuse that nice smell while cleaning your air. I do really like all of the lights on this one though. That's probably my favorite thing about the Aroeve. I will say though, the top button layout is not my favorite, but it gets the job done. So here we have the Levoit Core Mini, and this one's fairly unique because we have a DC power adapter here, so you guys can replace the cord if need be, and there's only basically one button, the power button. So if you guys press it once, it goes to the lowest mode, which is very quiet. Basically, you guys could barely tell it's on. Now let's go to the medium mode. We'll just press the power button once for that, and you guys could just faintly hear it, but you guys could feel a lot more airflow. And then at the max mode, it actually gets fairly loud, and we have a lot of airflow on that. We also get a change filter indicator that goes off whenever they recommend changing it. So overall, very simple design. This one has a little different air filter. So you guys take off the motor from the top, and then you'll take the filter out right there. So pretty simple design there. This one does also have a tab here that you guys could pull out for your essential oils. So they did make that really nice and convenient, and it's not obvious. It's kind of hidden, which I like, and it keeps this looking really sleek and modern. So the coolest part about this air purifier is that it could clean up to 337 square feet, which is really impressive for its size. Next up, we have the Tolife, and this is one of my favorites because it is modern looking. So I've been keeping this one in my gaming room. So on the front for our airflow, we have these like geometric modern boxes. We have them on the back here as well, and this thing does a really good job. I just cleaned it out and this thing sucked up a lot of dust. So let's go ahead and look at the filter. So we have a very similar design to the Levoits. The filter is just there on the bottom, super easy to replace. And then we have, once again, an essential oil foam tab there. So we could put our oil there, and then the fan will kind of blow that nice smell all around your house or room. What I like about this one is the super modern screen on the top there. So we have a light that shows you when your air is clean, and then a light that goes red whenever you guys need to change the filter here. So we have a bunch of modes on this one. Right now it's on the low mode. I could press the sleep mode and the lights go off, or I could press it again, go to medium. And then at max, we have a fairly loud fan with a lot of airflow. We have timers once again. We have a lock button to keep kids from messing with your settings. I just personally think this one looks really cool, and it is smaller, but it offers a lot of different features. And I almost forgot, this one could cover up to 215 square feet. So here we have the Mooka, and this one also comes with a DC power adapter, just like the Levoit that we looked at earlier. So you guys will just plug it in down here, and the power cable is fairly short. It's probably about 3 to 4 feet long. So here is the actual device though, and I love the way this one looks. It's just very simple and modern. So we're gonna press the power button up there, and we get like a night light that you can turn off. So once you guys turn it on with that button, you guys will control it with these buttons right here. So we have the fan modes, and we have 4 different modes. We have a sleeping mode, and I'll show you that one first. So on the sleep mode, the light does eventually turn off. You just have to give it a second. I'm gonna tap it one more time to go to the low mode, and it's also very quiet. The medium mode is starting to make a good amount of ambient noise. I really like this mode. This will probably be my go-to. And then the high mode gets really loud. This is probably the loudest air purifier of the bunch. So we have really great airflow, and now we're just gonna go throw it on a lower mode so you guys could hear me. We also have a timer, 1, 2, 4, and 8 hour timers. And then to get to the filter, it's really easy. It's on the bottom here. That's the filter. So it's very similar to all the others. It just looks a little different, and it is very large. This air purifier could clean up to 1,076 square feet. So next up, we're taking a look at the Afloia, and we also get a DC adapter for this one, but it's much longer. We have about a 6-foot cord there, which I love. It's gonna be a little easier to reach around furniture and stuff with that cord. This one also can clean up to 1,076 square feet, and this air purifier is probably the largest of the bunch. We do not get anything for essential oils on this one or the previous one, but we do have a bunch of settings up here. So when we power it on, we have a light up top that changes colors. It goes from like purple to blue to even like some sort of yellow-green color. So this is the main mode it goes to. It's like a medium. I have a fan icon there to go down or up to the high setting, and this has a lot of airflow. It may not be the loudest, but it definitely feels like it's pushing out the most air. So that's probably a good sign. It seems very efficient at what it does. Now we have the sleep mode, which is going to turn off that light for us while still running. And then we have the normal medium mode. Over here we have timers. So we have 3 timers on this one. We have a 2, 4, and 8 hour timer. And then we have a light icon that you guys could press. And when you guys press it, it will actually pause the light from changing. So you guys could keep it on a certain color if you guys like that color more. So I just pressed it. Now it's going to be stuck on like that reddish pink color. The filter on this one I do want to show you because it is by far the tallest, probably the largest, but this air filter is huge. I was definitely impressed by that. And we have a bunch of airflow on the bottom here. So I think that this is going to be a great one for me because I have a bunch of pets, and I also like a fairly loud fan when I'm sleeping. So anyways, that is it for my comparison between all 6 of these air purifiers.